Oh, hello. Alright y'all, I feel like this is gonna get a lot of attention in this video, but let's talk about it. My spiritual beliefs, what I feel, whatever. Ah! It's like I knew. There's a spider over there. Okay, so thing I'm noticing about myself as I'm getting more spiritual and getting older and getting into all of this stuff that I'm into. And the reason I'm making this video is because of scenarios that keep happening to me in my life lately that I'm like, am I the only one? I feel like the truth doesn't need you to believe in it. It's the truth. It always is there. It always remains. It exists, whether you believe in it or not. Lies, they need convincing. They need you to believe. They're a lie. And in this spiritual world or whatever of 2019, I feel like there are so many lies. I'm glad I got into it when I did, because I just feel like each year is just getting more trendy to be spiritual, and it's like so far from what the truth is. I guess this mainly goes with, you know, social media. It is our generation's newspaper. You know, I follow a lot of spiritual accounts and holistic healing accounts and vegan accounts and all these things, all these labels, all these categories of people. I just feel like lately I'm encountering scenarios and people and situations where I feel like people are doing so much talking and so much trying to convince other people of the truth that I become a fly on the wall. I honestly kind of avoid spiritual gatherings and situations. That's not to sound like antisocial and that I won't go to any, because like I'm down for a spiritual retreat and I'm down for like a yoga class and I'm down for like certain things. Like I'm just really particular, I guess, more so than like completely avoiding. I just am very cautious with energies and who I exchange them with, like extremely, especially in those spiritual situations where people like take shrooms and do stuff that is like, whoa, you're just eating that like it's candy. What? It's become this super trendy thing. I'm not here to like discuss with other people what they should believe in or what is true or what isn't true. Like it just is, like it just exists. It doesn't need you to convince or do anything. And what I'm gonna say is probably gonna like make some people mad and whatever. I'm gonna go there. It's hard to say this because I do admire people who have the kind of look of spirituality. You know, they might have dreads, they might wear an ankh around their neck, they have crystals hanging from this, that, and the third. They got rings and tats and all that stuff. And those people are fire. Like I see those people and I'm like, damn, your vessel is decorated really nicely. You know what I'm saying? But that's my point. I feel sometimes like, not all people, but there tends to be this like this identity ego thing with this spirituality that is happening now, where people are so fixated on the vessel and how they look and this image that they want to be and this like spiritual guru person that they're trying to like portray to other people. And it's like you're trying to convince everybody. You need everybody to know that you're spiritual. Like, I don't know if anyone notices this about me or even my brother, who's extremely spiritual. I have one little dainty crystal around my neck and a tree of life on my finger that I wear sometimes. And you know, like I guess you get the vibe from me that like, okay, she's might be kind of down to earth, earthy kind of girl, whatever. But sometimes with people that are all bedazzled out like that, I just feel like it's really loud. It's a lot of ego to me. If you're sitting here watching this right now and you're like, damn, I have a whole bunch of shit going on. I'm not coming at you. I just feel like certain scenarios and certain people and certain like identities and characteristics of people where I'm like, man, if you didn't have any of that, would you still be spiritual? Like if you didn't dress up in this costume and convince the world of this identity that you are, would the truth still remain? I think this is coming from reading the Tao Te Ching so much, because in the Tao Te Ching it literally says he is not bedazzled like a jewel. I forget the next line, but it's basically saying like he kind of just blends in. He who is aware of himself and the truth doesn't need to be dazzled like a jewel. He doesn't need, there's no need for that. And it's like weird, like with the social media and spirituality stuff, like it's become an identity, and that's the opposite, in my opinion, of what spirituality is. It's detaching from the identity that you thought you were, or identities. It's detaching from all that. So to become this like pretty bedazzled vessel is really cool, but that's all it is. And what sometimes in like certain scenarios or festivals or events or whatever, where that's kind of the vibe, it's like who can prove who's more spiritual? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm gonna just back out of this race because I don't even want to be in this. Like that's the opposite to me of what it's all about. Like everybody's just throwing opinions. Who knows more about astrology? Who knows crystals better? Like that's not I'm good on that. It's just not my vibe. I just feel like, again, the truth doesn't need you to say anything. You will just know, it will reveal itself in due time. Like, everything is in divine alignment all the time. So you don't need to do any of this. I don't know, is that crazy? Is that a crazy mindset to be in? I just rather back out, because I'm not here to prove myself to anybody, and I'm especially not here to prove myself that I'm spiritual. Like, I guess that's just kind of why I don't really gravitate towards those kind of environments of like spiritual gatherings and drum circles and stuff. Like, they're cool and I enjoy them, and I have been to like literally a handful, but I always start to feel myself kind of like sway away from them, because it gets to be that spiritual talk between everybody, and for me it just feels like a bunch of egos competing in the room as to who knows more and who's more spiritual. And I'm like, I didn't even want to be in this race to begin with. That's not to say that I'm the most spiritual. I'm just like, this wasn't a competition. Like, that's how you win. You don't compete. Again, the Tao, I think, says that. I don't know. I listen to the Tao Te Ching like every day, y'all. As far as my spirituality goes, like, I don't really want to get all into it, because there's really nothing to get into. Again, I'm not here to convince anybody or tell anybody anything or prove myself to you in any way. Y'all know that. If you've been watching me for a while, as far as like these mixed girl videos, I'm never here to prove myself to anybody, but especially not with that whole category. I just believe in self, in source, in nature, in the universe, and whatever you want to call it. You can also call it God. I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole, because YouTube is just so critical that, like, if you know, you know. Like, if you know me, I know y'all don't know me, but like, if you've been watching me and you feel like, I feel you, girl, on a lot of things I be saying, then like, you know what I believe in. Like, I don't need to sit here and be like, I believe in it. For me, it's not that textbook of a topic. It's not like a sentence. There's no way I can just put this into one sentence of what I believe in. But I like essentially believe in the truth, because that's all there is to believe in. Like, the rest is just fuckery. Was this a rant? I hope it didn't come off like I was judging and being mean and whatever. I really wasn't. I just kind of want to see if anyone else relates, as far as this like spiritual world of our generation, where, you know, spirituality kind of feels trendy. And, you know, I have crystals, I burn sage, and I do stuff. Like, I do all the things. You know, maybe I don't post about it all, or maybe I don't go to like a moon circle every time there's a full moon. And that's also maybe just a personality thing. Like, I just rather do things solo. I'm here for sharing. Like, I know a lot of spirituality and religions and things believe in like sharing, and that's cool, but I feel like ultimately sharing with yourself is sharing with everybody. Healing yourself is healing everybody. And that might go over some people's heads, and you might be like, how, what? But like, it all starts with source. Everything you need is within you. I'm throwing a lot of like, I feel like, phrases out at you, but I genuinely mean them. Like, you don't need to go outside of yourself or reach outside of yourself for anything. All right here. That is all. God is love. Rev, run. If anybody knows that reference, comment down below what it was. Anyway, comment down below your thoughts, how you feel. I hope this someone answered that question of what my spirituality is. I get that question so much. But for the record, I am not religious by any means at all. If we're gonna put a label, we'll say spiritual, but definitely not religious. Not against religions, but I'm just not aligned with them either. Excited to see these comments. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.